I have had a day today. First of all, it's been really wet and rainy, which would explain the wet, week. And that is all I can say, really, about my hair. That's the reason, actually, for this. It's high humidity, and then, it's misting, and my hair has been very scary the past few days. I just got back from the Apple store, and I had a 4:45 appointment. It is currently 9:17. Had a little bit of drama. First of all, this morning, the picture kept going out, and so I restarted the computer, and it was working fine until about 2 o'clock today. Then all of a sudden, I got that it's sort of a dark screen. It's not black. You can sort of see through it. It's just this shade that comes down, this box. It says you must restart your computer, hold down the button, and then restart it. And I did. And then I got code, just ones and zeros and binary hell. And it just kept doing that over and over again. So I made an appointment for the Genius Bar, and I got one at 4:45. So I dashed there and tell the guy my woes, and we're looking at it, and he says, it could be these things and this, that, and the other. And so he says, it could be your hard drive. I'm like, oh, ugh. So he takes it in the back. He said, I took your hard drive out. We tested it out. Your hard drive works fine. I said, that's great. So he said, well, I think it's the logic board. We have one. We're going to replace that. I'm like, that's super. He says, it might take about an hour. I'm like, okay, I'll go have dinner because it's the mall. So I'm sitting there actually before I go have dinner, and he comes back and says, I'm going to take my lunch now. I've talked to so-and-so. He's going to finish up your job. I'm like, oh, okay, whatever, no big deal. So he comes out, brings a computer, and I said, oh, mine has a little orange case. I know, orange. He runs back, comes back with it, and we looked at it initially to see if it was on, and he said, you might have to reset your settings, yada, yada, yada. So I leave. My fault. I go eat, come home, turn the computer on, and it's like it's a brand new computer. What language would you like to speak? Brand new. I'm like, oh, this isn't good. Because last time, when I transferred my data, it took like 21 hours, and I'm like, I can't do that. I just can't. I'm going to go crazy. So I call, and I said, I think I have the wrong computer. I think you didn't give me my computer. And the guy's like, what? I'm like, never mind, I'm coming in. So I dash back to the Apple store, and I just walk right up to the guy who had been working on me. He was back from lunch. And I wasn't rude. I just stood there. I walked right in front of him, and I just stood there with my computer. He's like, oh, you're back. I'm like, yeah. He's like, what's wrong? I'm like, well, this isn't my computer. And he said, oh. So he handed off the lady he was working with to someone else, and took my computer back and looked at it. He says, well, we might have to send it in, and this, that, and the other. And he said, well, and then he says, well, we can reinstall the operating system. I'm like, okay, that's an hour versus 21 hours to, do whatever. I said, let's try that. So he comes back. He says, well, I really do think at this point now it's the RAM. I'm like, that's great. It's even easier. You just change the RAM. How easy is that? So in the end, it was the RAM, but it took forever. And I really tried to remain calm. Because just the thought of having to transfer everything was making me woozy. And I didn't want to do that. So I'm back home now, and it's late, and I'm tired. I'm sort of mentally drained. I was stressed out and all that stuff. And so this is the video you're getting, because that's what happens when you do a video every day. You start to get stuff like this. Well, you don't start to. It's been ongoing. I'm going to go. Talk to you guys later. Bye.